Hello, my friends! Long time no talk. The topic of this video is why I've been MIA for so long, because the school semester just got busy and I hadn't pre-filmed anything and I just got behind and didn't have time. But I missed you so much and I missed making videos so much, and I now have a couple videos already filmed and almost done editing, and they will be to you very, very soon. So anyways, today I wanted to catch up and talk about the college semester, finals, and just kind of like what I learned over the course of my very first semester in college. This is my finals week journal page, so everything I used was stuff that I was studying during finals week and like my favorite stuff that I studied during finals week. Speaking of learning, I always try to make these like subtle intros, you know? But anyways, today's video is sponsored by, you guessed it, Skillshare. Skillshare is one of my favorite partners, mostly because I love using it myself. Now that the college semester is finished or winding down for most of us, I'm taking this time to like do the things that I really am interested in, to learn more about my hobbies and progress my skills in the areas that I kind of don't have time to do when I'm busy with school stuff. With Skillshare, you can learn skills from pros in so many fields: photography, camera tech, languages, watercolor. There's like almost anything on Skillshare. You can just search it up. So if you click the link in my description box, you can get 2 months free to try it out. And if you like it, if you end up loving it, it's $10 a month, which is a pretty sweet dealio. Yes. Okay. So now we talked about how to learn more. Let's talk about what I've been learning recently in life, in school. I feel like this semester of college really changed me a lot, despite how much I feel like I've changed and grown within the past year, probably since moving to New York. I just am constantly amazed how much more I have to learn and how many opportunities there are to just grow, which is super cool and super exciting and makes me super happy. This semester stretched me so much. I knew it would, because if there is anything that I was warned before going to my specific university, it was how hard the academics are. I knew that going in. I chose that school specifically because I wanted to be challenged. But what surprised me the most is that what I learned was actually how to relax and like have fun in that setting. When you're in school, or at least for me and probably for some of y'all, because a lot of you are very similar to me, I just feel like it's really tempting not to prioritize like fun, you know? I usually get too focused on my grades or papers, exams, stuff I have coming up, and I think like, no, I can't go get coffee with a friend. I don't have time for that. I can't take the whole day to not do homework and do other stuff, or else like I just won't get it all done. During finals week, I was studying for my very last final and I was feeling so burnt out. So I took the whole night to just chill and not study. I made some tea, I watched some K-drama, and then I got up early and I studied, and honestly, I did really well on that exam. And I think I felt way more chill about it because I'd taken a break. More than like knowing how to focus or just knowing how to not procrastinate, I feel like what I've learned this semester is just knowing how to pace myself, knowing how to read when I need a break or when I need to just hunker down and get schoolwork done. Because I think often we're really hard on ourselves for procrastinating, but maybe the reason we're procrastinating is because we need to be more intentional about taking care of ourselves. Because of that, because I kind of learned that like halfway through the semester, this autumn has been so beautiful. It's just been one of those seasons that I feel like I will look back at in my life as like a point of time when I was just super happy. I just had these really like beautiful autumn and early Christmas days that I felt like were really meaningful and exciting, because I learned how to work really hard at school, but also how to prioritize people and relationships and just like pure fun just for the sake of doing something fun, and realizing that that has a lot of value to it. I also realized how much more my life can hold than I tend to think it can. For example, I am capable of having a super late night at a J Park concert and then waking up the next day to study Michelangelo. Wow, mind blown. I can't only handle one thing at a time. I guess I just tend to think that I'm not as strong as I actually am and that I can't handle as much as I actually can. And so I tend to think, no, I can only do homework, or I can only study hard, or I will never get everything done. But in reality, we as people are just able to handle multiple things at once. And actually, here's the real tea. When you prioritize the things you love and doing fun stuff and taking breaks with an intentionality, it actually makes you more able to work really hard. An example of this is something that I can't remember if I've talked about in a video, but I talk about it every week on my Instagram stories. My friend Kat over at Catherine Kara's, we had a weekly tradition this semester. It just became one of my favorite parts of every week, and we called it Chaotic Wednesday. Dun dun dun. Yeah. We hung out almost every Wednesday, and if it wasn't a Wednesday, we hung out some other day on the week. And we would go out and we would buy K-pop albums and we would go to Gray Street. We had scheduled fun, intentional, oh, right at this day, we're going to have fun. We're going to do the fun. And early in the semester, I felt a little guilty for taking time off of doing homework. But what I realized is that taking that time off and just going out and doing something fun, especially with how hyper Kat and I get together, it really got me through every single week and enabled me to work really hard on the times when I wasn't taking a break. So yeah, Chaotic Wednesday. It'll go down in history as a great old time. Based on all this, what is my advice to you all? I think I'm going to say, take breaks and believe that you're capable of handling more than before. Prioritize what you love and who you love to spend time with, because definitely spending time with good friends is such a good energizer for working hard at school or work or whatever else. Bring a book and homework on the train or during your commute. You can get so much work done in those in-between times. I realized that kind of late in this semester, and I was like, wow, this is a game changer. Also, don't be afraid to study alone if you think it's more productive. I almost always study alone because I just am not very good at socializing and studying at the same time, So often I'll go to a cafe by myself and study for hours, and it's when I get the most work done. Also, don't be scared to fail or try something you've never done before. That is how you learn. That is how you get better. I think for me with grades, it's so tempting to be oh, I didn't get the best grade that I wanted, so I just failed. But any grade is an opportunity to get better. And actually getting an assignment that's really hard and you feel you can't do it to the best of your ability, that's when you learn the most, and that's when you make the biggest steps, and that's pretty darn cool if you ask me. Also, be patient, because big life changes take a lot of time to adjust to. If there's anything I've learned in this moving to New York, going back to school thing, it's that it takes time to adjust. It took me time to find my friends in the city. It took me time to figure out what I'm good at school. Literally just switched my major. Hello, I'm a humanities major now. It just doesn't happen all at once, so set your expectations low so that you give yourself time to adjust and just do what you can in the meantime. This is a big one here. Plan fun things the week before you have a lot of work to do. The week before my biggest paper was due in school, it was literally 6,000 words. It was a semester-long project. I went to the Super M concert with a bunch of my friends, and it got me through. It was the best decision I've made, and I was kind of stressed to do that because I was oh, but I could be working. But no, it actually prepared me for all the work I had to do. After you work really hard, take time to rest and feel proud of yourself. Finishing that thing that was really hard to do, you should let yourself feel proud about that, no matter what grade you get or no matter if you get the validation. Just feel proud of yourself for trying hard and doing your best. Wrapping up, those are my ramblings. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Bye 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 baby bye bye bye. Oh no, okay, stop.